Yeah, no, I always liked that game. I always thought it was good. Hikari, can you talk about why some people can't quit games? I don't know why you're asking me that. I don't think I'm the right person for that, but it's really funny. I was talking about it with a friend though. So I used to play League. It's been like 9 months since I've even touched League. It's been a very long time. I haven't touched it for a while. And he was like, "Oh, I'm so proud of you because you were always complaining and all these other things." Um I guess if I could sum it up, I would say it's two reasons. Obviously, there's a lot more than two reasons why people don't, stop playing games, but I think one is people make it their identity to game, or they tie their identity to a specific game, when in my opinion you're a lot more than the games you play. Let's just call a spade a spade. You are 100% more than that. I think obviously gaming, there's like a solace to it, right? There's a escape, right? At the end of the day, it's an escapism, but I don't think you should make your identity that, right? I don't think that's a good thing. The second thing is just, the time sink fallacy, whether it's money or just actual time. Even though me personally, I played a lot of what's it called? Even this game. Actually, let me pull it up, because obviously I was with this mindset. Let me I'm gonna try and pull this up. Yeah, hold on. So this is a photo of, for those of you who watched my YouTube video on this, you guys know this because I did a YouTube video regarding FF14 and everything. This is a photo of when I first played this game back in 2013. Look at this, 2013. I've been playing this game for a very, 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 very long time. 2013 is a long time. And it's really, and this is on PlayStation 3, by the way. PlayStation 3. Like, that's crazy. But as you see, I still need to do MSQ, and I'm not like really going crazy. And it's because, again, I think I'm a lot more than my hobbies, such as gaming or whatever the case may be. And this is just partly the case because I realized that as much as I love this game and have been playing it for over 10 years, I just think there's a lot more to do, right? And one thing I really appreciate with Yoshi P is the way that this game is created. He went about it in a way to where, one, there's really no dailies. I mean, of course we have them. Of course we have them with like roulettes and stuff, but it's not like a login bonus and all this crazy stuff. An example of this is Lost Ark, right? Like with Lost Ark, you have your daily and weekly and all these events and stuff, but with FF you don't really have stuff like that. And not only that, he also was just like, yo, if you guys want to drop the game for a couple of months because you did everything, like, that's chill. Like, I feel like if I stopped Lost Ark for a month, I'm gonna be behind. Right? But that's because I think I'm more than just this game or any game, right? It doesn't even matter. So that's my point when it comes to specifically kind of making your identity this. It's kind of like that one meme. Got chat, help me out. It's the one with guy holding body pillow in Japan. What's the guy, the weird, the anime guy in Japan walking, and he's like holding a body pillow and everybody's staring at him? Here it is. Yep, this. I'm more than this. This is like when you make it your identity and everything. Like, I think everybody's more than this, and etc. Like, just overall, right? And then you obviously you have gamers who do the same thing. you will 100% have people from different whether it's hobbies or even their jobs and stuff that make their identity that. And I don't think making something your identity in of itself is bad, but it's when you have too much of it, or it's so much to the point of it hinders you in some way, if that makes sense, right? If you're walking around with a body pillow and you're getting stares and then you say nobody likes you, it's kind of like, bro, you're doing it to yourself. Because you are. Effectively, you are. That's what you're doing. You're kind of doing it to yourself. And then the sunken cost fallacy one. This one's really interesting. I will admit I stopped playing League shortly after I heard this. So I don't remember. All I know is it was like some like investing or like business YouTube video I was watching, and the guy was being asked, they were like, yo, you spent like $3 million and it failed, and this and this, and they were like, that's just a lot of money, how can you lose that much money? And he was like, well, I just have the way that I think about it is I have to stop the bleeding before it gets even worse. And that's kind of how I saw quitting League. It was like, yeah, I have quite a while. I've been playing League since 2015, I believe. I think it's 15. League, what I'm gonna do, League of Legends character release in order. I want to see it in order though. So I started playing League. I want to. Oh wait, release date. There we go. There we go. I started playing League. If there's one I remember NAR releasing. Oh, it's way later. All of these people are in the game. Yeah, all of these people are in the game. Braum. This is when I started right here. Braum was new. I remember this. Braum was on the cover screen. I have photos of the old League client, because the old League client, you used to be able to mod it and put whatever character you want on the front. So honestly, just a year later, I've been playing both of those games for around the same time. So again, I really understand how you guys feel, because I've been through it, and I quit League when I heard that about, again, I want to say it's been a couple months now, but I started slowing down at first on League, and then I just stopped in general. So around the time the sickness happened, the global sickness, that's what around the time I stopped. So like 1920, no, 2021, 20 or 21 is what I mean to say, is around that time is when I started slowing down like heavy. And that's how I saw it. I was just like, yo, the bleeding has to stop at some point. Like I have to really sit and make that decision and just go, listen, one, I'm usually not happy afterwards when I play it. Two, it never really did anything for me. Ultimately, like I made more friends, like going out, like I made way more friends at the very least playing like Yu-Gi-Oh. I was able to talk to people, meet people, go to different card shops. I made a lot of friends playing just other games outside of League. I started working out and all that stuff, right? So it was very clearly a good decision. So if you seem to think that like, oh, and by the way, I spent a lot of money on League, like quite a bit. I can't remember the name of the website, but you can check how much you spent on League. Oh, you can no longer view it. Oh, that sucks. Yeah, I guess they took it away, but I spent quite a bit. I spent a lot of money on League, like a lot. And it's one of those things where, dude, you just think about it as, I'm bleeding out. I have to put on a band-aid. I have to put on a band-aid and let it heal. I have to, I don't know, get stitches, whatever. You have to stop it while you're ahead, and not only while you're ahead, while it's still in your mind, right? Because you'll get distracted maybe and then forget that you want it to stop. How can you justify the money though? Again, it's different for everybody, but you justify the money. Honestly, I would say that you're not justifying it by staying and you're not enjoying yourself. That's what I would say. 100%. If you stay and you're still upset, or you're like not happy with it, like all the people who spend money on COD, but they keep buying all the newest stuff, but they keep complaining about it. Like, I would say you're disrespecting your time and money by continuing to play the game. Like, there are other games out there, man. There's a lot of other games. Like, you guys saw me the other week, right? Like, I was playing Ground Branch for like the entire day. I was playing Warframe. I've been playing Warframe since day one of the PlayStation 4 release. I'm pretty sure Warframe was day one of the day one games, because it was free to play. Like, I play a lot of different stuff, man, and that's because I don't identify with just one game. I view it more as like, yeah, I game as like a trait, I guess, if this was a video game. It's just something I do, but I don't sit here and be like, yeah, man, all I do is game all day. It's like, no, bro, I'm a data scientist. I got a 9 to 5. I also got to go to the gym. Like, like, bro, I got stuff I need to do, man. Nah, dog, I got stuff I need to do. But I think instead of trying to say how do I justify the money, I think you need to ask yourself, the time that you're currently on it, has it been worth the money? Because like, if you ask the Destiny 2 and COD players, they're up a wall right now. They are all complaining. All of them. They are obviously very upset. I how does that, listen, man, I think it's also worse if you don't even have like a decent job. Like, if you're working at Walmart or something and you're like complaining about a game and you're like spending money on it, etc. I think that's even worse. Like, now I can drop like, whatever amount of money I want to make all my characters in this game look good and not feel it, because I have a real job. But when I was working at Daiso, when I was working at Dollar Tree, nah, bro, every penny counted. And that was something I had to reflect on. And I think that's something you would have to do, just reflect. And I think there's this misconception too that you have to just quit entirely. You can just slow down too, guys. Like, you don't need to just quit. You can slow down. Just take a step back and just be like, you know what? Let me just, even if it's just to play a different game, just slow down. Like I said, look, I've been playing this game for over a decade and I'm not even done with MSQ. The same goes for like Lost Ark. The highest character I have is like 1600. Like, I don't even have elixirs yet. And that's only one character. And I have 14 characters in Lost Ark. 14 characters in Lost Ark, only one character is 16. The second highest is like 1550 with my War Dancer. And then everything else, I think 1500, barely. So like, I don't put a lot of time into it. And the only reason why my character is 1600 is it's also the Reaper. So she got a huge, like, all the buffs and stuff. So like, I didn't even put a lot into that. If I stop playing, I won't have a life. Well, that's how it is, right? You replace one I remember hearing this. It was, you replace one hobby for another. So I used to skateboard as well when I was really, really young. I stopped around like 22-ish, maybe like 20. And I skated for a long time, but that had to get replaced with something else, which was gaming. Because at the time, I had this crappy computer and I was barely able to do emulators. And so all of my time went into guitar and skateboarding. But then I ended up getting my own stuff. So skateboarding got replaced with gaming, right? So it's all being replaced. because there's also this really weird misconception that like, oh, I can't go to the gym and stuff like that. And it's like, have you not seen like Tyler One? Have you not seen Canute? Right? Like there are examples, like rest in peace Etika too. Like he was in the gym. Etika have y'all not seen Etika? Have y'all not seen Moist Critical? Like you can do all of it all at the same time. And that's part of the issue, right? You're making an excuse for an identity that you have with the game. You are not the game. And the game isn't you either. It goes both ways. Yes, you can game, but you have to realize that part of the reason, one of the reasons, because again, there's many, one of the reasons, possibly, it might not be the case for you, but just to anyone listening, yeah, it's like, you're more than that. You're not just the game. You can go work out and be buff as heck and then come back, right? Because Tyler One does it. Again, Moist Critical does it. He's done a lot of speed runs. Etika did it, and he was a Smash player, right? Like you see it all the time. Look at Dr. Disrespect. He's ripped out of his mind, and he plays COD all day. So very clearly, there's a methodology to getting a workout done and having a good life and still gaming a lot. Because these guys game all day. They game all day, dude. You can actually, you can even say Corey, right? Corey Kenshin. A lot of, if you watch Corey like that, you know he's jacked. Corey's also jacked. Yeah. I noticed this on TikTok, and a lot of you guys love Corey, and that's why I said that. Yeah, y'all know, like Corey's jacked. Like Corey is like another Charlie. And Corey's been working out, I think he said since he was like 15 or 16. No, I'm sorry, like 18, because he had a job. And then he said he stopped and he started working out because he was doing like construction work and stuff like that, if I'm not mistaken, or something. It was something like that. Yeah, there's examples out there. Like there are people you can go watch who do exactly what you're thinking in your head you can do, and their identity isn't gaming or anime, right? Oh dude, 100% you can. Why is your VTuber off? Let's not talk about that. Somebody ban that guy. Hey, somebody ban him. Get him out of here.